Hey there, good morning. Happy Thursday. Another rainy day in the Pacific Northwest. Oh boy, oh yeah. Yippee skippy. That's why I'm wearing my shades. These are my sunglasses. This is what makes my world look brighter on days like this. When it's gray, it still looks like it's sun shining out. And I'm going to also be sharing a glass of my wine, my beautiful water to wine. And it has now been 10 weeks since I started my urine therapy. And I have to say, I have never felt better. This has been one of the greatest things that I have learned about so far in life, as far as I'm concerned. And it has now been a month exactly to the day since I had this hand with the surgery. And you can see there's a little scar here, and there's a scar here, and then a little one on the back of my hand, but you can barely even tell. I was doing, aged urine and rubbing it on there to help with the healing process. And so that's been a tremendous benefit and health, along with doing my everyday urine therapy, because, well, it's I think it's really a vital barometer to having good health every day. And I've been struggling with some things that I want to share because from the beginning, when I started, I had nothing but enthusiasm, and it's all been good. From the day I had my surgery a month ago, and then got knocked down with food poisoning from that papaya that I had that somehow just triggered something. And so I was on my way to being, a urinarian, going from fruitarian. I'm working towards being a breatharian, but more importantly, a urinarian, where I'm fasting and consuming my urine every day. I did see there was a friend who posted a really fascinating, and I posted it up on my Facebook and my YouTube channel, of this man Tully that has done a 28-day fast and doing just his urine every day. And he has a remarkable tale to tell, and he's really very funny. So if you want to check that out, it's worth it. But I started my fast, and then I kind of fell back on it after, made it about halfway through. I started, and I've been finding myself falling right back into habits and what I call addictions, really. And it has to do with food, mainly salt and sugar, because I went back to eating cookies, and I was eating chips and salsa and crackers and whatnot. And I gained 12 pounds, and I can feel it. I can see it. I can feel it and see it. And I actually, it's like, nah, I'm not liking it now. And so it's really graphic how quickly we look at these changes. And I realize that, it is an addiction. Food is an addiction. It's a habit-forming addiction, and we get used to it. We were designed in our initial state to be breatharians. That's true to the core. Now, I have been rereading, actually. These are some of my favorite books, and they all support the direction I've headed. One is written by Hilton Hotmas, and it was last published in '62, and I got a reprint copy of it, and it's called Man's Higher Consciousness. And I've been rereading that with due diligence. I spent most all of yesterday, since it was pouring rain, and rereading that. And I was also rereading Our Own Perfect Medicine by Martha Christie. Now, these have been both, to me, these are like my new Bibles as far as I'm concerned for the health direction I'm heading, because they really give me the information and the understanding and support. And I felt it was really important to reread these at this time, especially with how I've been falling right back in and realizing how much I have these addictions, and I want to cure that. So I'm working towards that, and it's one day at a time. They, wanting to eat cookies, and I just can't stop when I start. So it's really kind of almost disturbs me that I've been struggling with this. But I plan on conquering this. I'm going to change my habits. I'm going to change these addictions and rid myself of them. I have been very loyal to my fruitarian. I haven't had any cooked food for 10 weeks. I mean, outside of toast, which I make my avocado sandwiches. And that's with a 24 grain seed bread. And I want to get away from that too, because I don't think the carbs are helping. And I just don't think it's helping, to eat these crackers and cookies and bread and whatnot. So I'm going to wean my way back off of them and reapply myself to getting steadfast about my fast, because I think it's important. I think that I really need to get more control of these habits so that I can heal myself much quicker. And I think fasting is definitely the route to doing that. It's a really healthy choice. And so, I recognize I'm posting more and more of this. I actually posted some other articles on my Facebook pages and things that have been downloaded from this wonderful group I'm involved in. That has to do with urine therapy, and it's a closed group. So if you're interested in any of that, let me know and in comments and whatnot, and I'll see about inviting you and see if you're accepted into the group. There's, people from all over the world that are doing urine therapy. They're involved in this, and so it's very informative. Lots of great information and lots of support for this. And I realize that, hey, I'm an outcast. I've been an outcast most of my life. I've been walking around as a stranger in strange land. And like, if, drinking, urine wine, excuse me, isn't weird enough. I believe in the flat earth model. And, I was a vegan. I don't drink anymore. Don't smoke cigarettes anymore. All the things that were socially comfortable and in my wheelhouse as far as something I did socially are gone. And so it just becomes weirder and weirder, so to speak, and more estranged each passing day. And I'm okay with that, especially now since I was invited to join this urine therapy group, because I realize, hey, I'm not that strange. It's not that weird. I'm actually onto something. And I encourage people to consider why they have an issue about it, just like people have an issue about being vegan, or get uncomfortable with people who don't eat meat or drink or whatever. You think that those are weird. I know you think that drinking pee is really weird, but it's not. It's one of the oldest remedies on the planet. It's been studied and utilized in medicine for 5,000 years, used by every major civilization. And it's been studied and utilized in Western medicine for over 120 years plus. And there is documentation of that. They're still using it. They actually farm this material. They farm it through cows and horses and humans to use in medicine, in pharmaceuticals, in cosmetics. So instead of telling people about it, don't let anybody know that they can cure themselves and take care of their problems. You don't want to do that. It'll upset the multi-gazillion dollar industries that are using this very simple product that you can have for free. Pee is free, and you manufacture it every day, day in and day out, and it is a perfect remedy and a cure-all for anything, anything, everything. There is case histories and testimonials and doctors' reports that substantiate everything I just said. And you can look into my channel and go into my files and look up many different ones that I've downloaded into my channel. And you can search around on the internet, look around for yourself. There is tons of information out there regarding the magic. It is the water of life. It is the fountain of youth. It is incredible. And then you incorporate that with fasting, and you just accelerate good health, that you can just drop out of disease and illness like that. I've cured all of my arthritis. I have absolutely zero arthritis left growing in my body. And that was due to the urine therapy, and I know it. I cured that in 10 days. I was having complete freedom of movement with my hands, which was where it was the worst, but I also had it in my knee, my back, in my other areas, the itises that I was experiencing. So I just want you to know that I think it's one of the most amazing, well-kept secrets, and it shouldn't be a secret at all. It's so fabulous. And all you have to do is get past your mindset that it's waste, because it's not waste. What your body wastes goes right out of your ass. That's where your waste goes. All waste goes by that matter. Everything that goes out of your bladder is excess. It's not waste. So get hip, understand, do some homework, find out for yourself. If you're tired of taking pills, if you're tired of being sick and tired, if you're just, have chronic illnesses that nobody seems to quite figure out and you can't seem to get past, I'm telling you, do your research on urine therapy and fasting. These two things are absolute magic cure-alls. And there's proof to substantiate all that in case history after case history. So, with all that being said, I want to say cheers to you this morning. I hope that wherever you are, it's a beautiful, sunny, and marvelous day, and that your life is richly blessed, that you're full of love, and like that. So, peace. It's a little hard with this hand, so we'll do it with this hand. Peace, peace, peace. But I can do this with this hand. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Boom! You've just been loved. So there it is.